Hello, in this video we'll be looking at the area and perimeter of trapezoids, rhombi, and kites. First off, we need to understand that the trapezoid has an area equal to the height of the trapezoid times base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2. If you look at this portion of the formula right here, you'll notice that this is just the average of the bases. If you remember when we did mid-segment, that the mid-segment was also equal to base 1 plus base 2 over 2. So really, to find the area of a trapezoid, we're just finding the height of it times the average of the bases, which is base 1 plus base 2 over 2. All right, so let's find the area and perimeter of the trapezoid here. So what I would suggest is that you pause the video before every problem and try them out on your own to see if you understand the concept. So here we know one base is 10, but we don't know the other base and we don't know the height. But let's draw the height in right here. We see a 30, 60, 90 triangle where the 90 is the hypotenuse, and across from the 30 will be half because we have to divide by 2 to get to the 30 side. And then to go from the 30 to the 60, we multiply by the square root of 3. Well, here we have a rectangle, so that makes this 10. And now we can go ahead and plug into our formula because we know both bases and we know the height. So the area will equal the height, which is 10 root 3, times base 1, 10, plus base 2, which is 10 plus 10, so 20, divided by 2. This gives me 10 root 3 times 30 over 2, which gives me 300 root 3 over 2, because 10 times 30. And when I divide by 2, I get a 150 root 3 centimeters cubed. Sorry, squared. Now let's go back and find the perimeter. It's going to be 10 plus 20 plus 10 plus 10, so that's 50. And then we have this side here, which will be plus 10 root 3. And of course, that's centimeters, so we put it like that. And that's how we find the area and perimeter of a trapezoid. Try this one out on your own. All right, let's see how you did. So here, you notice we need to draw another height in to make another triangle. So this bottom piece from here to here will be 56 inches. Here I can use trig, so I can say, to find the height, tangent of 35 equals x, we'll call this x, over 10. So of course we cross multiply. So 10 tangent 35 equals x. And you just type that in. And you get 7.002 for the height. Now let's come over here. Let's find, well, we know this is 7.002. Let's find this missing piece at the bottom, so we'll call it y. That's going to be tangent of 55 equals 7.002 over y. So we get y tangent 55 equals 7.002. So divide both sides by tangent of 55. So 7.002 divided by tangent of 55 gives you at the bottom piece is 4.903. Now we know the whole base, the height, and the other base. So h is 7.002 times base 1, which is 56, plus base 2, which is all of that, so 56 plus 10 plus 4.903 gives me 70.903 here, divided by 2. So now type in at 7.002 times 56 plus 70.903. Take that quantity divided by 2, gives me 444.287 inches squared. Hopefully you're able to get there. All right, we'll do this one quickly. The height of the trapezoid is what we're looking for. The mid-segment equals 12. So remember, mid-segment equals base 1 plus base 2 over 2. So the formulas includes that for the area, if you remember. So area is 84. We don't know the height, but we do know the mid-segment is 12. So we divide both sides by 12. So the height equals 7 inches. All right, let's move on to the area of a rhombus. The area of a rhombus is represented by diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2. Remember, these diagonals are not congruent. However, they are perpendicular to each other. So here we have a rhombus, and we want to be able to find the area of this rhombus. So let's see what we have to diagonal. Okay, sorry about that. I had a quick interruption. Let's go ahead and find the diagonals of this rhombus so that we can find the area. Because you remember the area is diagonal 1. Sorry, not did. The area is diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 over 2. So we need to find this piece here. If you look and you see the right triangle, you'll realize Pythagorean theorem, 6 squared plus something squared equals 10 squared. So 3, 4, 5, so that makes this 8. And since the diagonals bisect each other in a rhombus, that would be 6 and that'll be 8. So diagonal 1 is 12 times diagonal 2 is 16 over 2. That's going to give me, let's see here, 96 feet squared. So make sure you find both pieces of the diagonal to be able to solve for the area. All right, so here we have, once again, right triangles in the middle. 30, 60, 90 triangle. So the 90 side is 12 root 2, so the 30 side is 6 root 2. And then to find 60, you multiply it by root 3, so 6 root 6, 6 root 6, and 6 root 2. So once again, area equals diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 over 2. Diagonal 1 is 12 root 2 times diagonal 2, which is 12 root 6, which is 144 root 12, because you multiply outside times outside, inside times inside, over 2. So let's break down the 12. The perfect square is 4, so we're going to pull out a 2. So it's going to be 144 times 2, so 288 root 3 over 2, which equals 144 square root 3 for the area of this rhombus. All right, last shape we're going to look at today is the kite. The kite actually has the same exact formula as the rhombus, diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 over 2. So here we have our kite. We have right angles all in the middle. So we need to use the Pythagorean theorem to find our missing pieces. So 3, 4, 5 makes this 9, 12 because they're congruent, and 15 because they're congruent. 20. Then you do the Pythagorean theorem again, or you see it's a 3, 4, 5, and you get 16. So the perimeter will be 15 plus 15 plus 20 plus 20, which is 70. And the area will be diagonal 1, so 25, times diagonal 2, which is 24, over 2, which is going to give you 600 over 2, which equals 300 for the area. All right, let's look at one more kite. So pause the video and try it on your own. And let's see how you do with right angles in the middle. It's a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So half of 10 is 5. 5 here. And then 5 root 3. Now for here, I have to do the Pythagorean theorem. So 5 squared plus x squared equals 5 root 13 squared. So 25 plus x squared equals, okay, so to square this thing, you square the outside, so it becomes 25 times the inside, which is 13, which becomes 325. Subtract 25, so x squared equals 300, and square root it, so that's 100 times 3, so 10 root 3. All right, so diagonal 1 is 10, times diagonal 2, which is 15 root 3, over 2, gives you 150 root 3 over 2, which equals 75 square root 3. So make sure you can do your radicals and all that stuff with that. All right, so make sure you do your homework tonight, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.